What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the DMG Tech Show. I'm your host, Jonathan Parkinson, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about the Rolling Stone magazine. No, we're not talking about the band, though the band can be found in this magazine. What I want to go ahead and talk about is actually about a week ago, give or take, Google went ahead and released the Rolling Stone back issues. Well, it shouldn't be Google, but actually Rolling Stone did this, but it's available on the Google Play Store. And what it is means that you're going to be able to go back, and as long as you have your Play Newsstand downloaded, then you'll be able to add this to it, and you can go back and just read all the great, covers and great stories that have ever been around for the Rolling Stone magazine. So if you're a fan of classic rock, you can definitely go back into the 60s and 70s and find some of the golden era of music. You can also, kind of move on up into the 80s and 90s where it starts switching into maybe, a little bit of jazz, or sorry, not jazz, but a little bit of a disco-y type stuff. You got some pop rock. Eventually you'll go into the grunge, the indie rock, and so on. And eventually it goes all the way up to, the 2010s. Now, the good thing about this is it pretty much lets you read every, magazine. But that doesn't mean that you're going to get the latest issues. For the latest issues, you're definitely going to have to subscribe to it. But that's not a bad thing. At least you can go back and see some of this, plenty of old school stuff and memorabilia to read. For me, myself, I was kind of raised on this. Now, I'm not old enough to have been around during this time, but I am definitely a fan of how this, entire process works. When I saw this kind of pop up, I was like, I definitely need to kind of spread the word on this. I really enjoy it. So, for example, here's some of his, or some, a nice little article about Jimi Hendrix, if you're a Jimi Hendrix fan. And if you have an Android tablet, it's probably the best place to read that. Though if you do have, a decent sized phone, maybe a phablet, this is also going to be pretty, comfortable to read. But that's all really comes down to preference. So just kind of showing this out there. If you do have any questions or comments or something's kind of popping up, go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you are on a Windows device or an iOS device and this is available for you to use, why don't you leave a comment for me as well? And then I can kind of update this and let other people know, maybe in the description, that this is available for more than just Android devices. If not, don't worry about it. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next video. Peace.